I got some bad news, guys. It's another massive green day, and it's just crazy. We had one loss again today, and we're going to go over all of our plays from today again. And I'm seeing you guys make money like crazy. The plays are working out perfectly. Really could not ask for better plays. Lately it's been absolutely insane. So we're going to start out with the watch list as usual and go over the watch list, go over the plays that met entry and all of that good stuff from our watch list from last night, and then go from there. Look at our scalp alerts from today and see how you guys did today and pretty much talk about where we're headed for the rest of the week. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the watch list. And first things first, we had TLRY. Now, we played this yesterday for a really nice scalp in the afternoon session. And again, we're watching this. We did watch this morning for another entry. And again, we banked on it. I alerted this for entry. And like the alert says here, we're looking for a flush below 396, risking 380. And if you look at this chart here, we had a perfect play on it this morning. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here if my computer would cooperate. We're going to pull up TLRY here. And again, we had a perfect trade on this morning. And you see we played it back here around open. We got this perfect flush down. We had that strength shown to us. Let me pull up the chart better here. So we were risking that 380. And you see we waited for strength to be shown here. And I waited for that strength above this level, above this 380. I waited for higher lows. And I alerted it around here around 388, 389. And we got a killer move to about 397 to 398. And that was a really nice trade there. A really simple base hit. We scaled half out and raised our stop loss to our entry. And that was a perfect trade. And we're really doing a great job at managing these green trades. And again, we entered down here around 388. Rode it up here, raised our stops to our entry, so it's a guaranteed green trade. That green trade is not going to turn red on us, and we just absolutely banked on it. We crushed it, and that was the smallest gain of the day. But still, even though that was the smallest gain, that is consistency and that is perfect execution, and that was a nice trade from last night. Then moving on from that, we have AT&M, and that thing was another monster today. We were looking for entry below 13, risking 12.15 for a move back through 15, etc. Now, we didn't get a move towards 15. That target was a little high, but we did get close. We got 14.30. So we got that flush below 13 with that risk down here at 12.15, and we got that perfect flush below 13. Could soak up these dips, and you had that perfect move towards that 13.50, towards that 14, and that was another solid trade where you could scale out and raise those stops to your entry. And again, another massive trade from like 12.60s to 14.30. That is another massive move, nearly $2 per share of a move there, and that's wild. So again, another massive play, and you can see exactly why I liked this on the watch list last night. If you take a look at this daily, actually the weekly time frame, you can see how key this 12.15 level was on the chart, and the crazy momentum this thing has had for the past 2 days. And there was just a high likelihood that this thing was going to continue to squeeze, and it did just that today, and we banked on that momentum again today. And these are my favorite types of setups, these setups that show high momentum and high strength over these key levels on the chart, and they usually just work out to a T for me, and that did not go wrong here on AT&M either. So ACOR, another fantastic play from the watch list. Now you see we were looking for entry below 0.86, risking 0.80, and you can see these levels on the chart perfectly. You can see this 0.8, this 0.8, this 0.6, this 0.6, and then you can see the 90 and the 94 level on the chart as well with these candles up here. So again, we were looking for that entry on the flush for a target of 0.90, 0.94, and 1.15. And if we pull up ACOR, again, check this out. We got that perfect flush under 0.86. It bounced off of that risk, formed higher lows, and it hit all of our targets. It hit 0.9, it hit 0.94, and then it rocketed to that target of 115. And another perfect trade. You can see exactly why I liked it. We were anticipating that inside bar setup here, which we love to do on the daily watch list. As you can see, we were anticipating the inside bar setup here into Wednesday, and we did just that today, and we absolutely crushed it again. Now, moving on to the biggest runner of the day for us was SONN, and I had the chart literally drawn for you guys here, and it could not have been more accurate. Check this out. So we were waiting for strength over 2 after flushing, and then we were going to look for a pullback entry after showing that confirmation over 2, so that it would confirm those higher lows, and we got a perfect trade there. You see we were looking for that entry after strength was shown over 2, and if we look at this chart here, Literally picture perfect, guys. You see it showed the strength over 2. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. It showed that strength over 2. It pulled back under 2, just like the drawing shows that I drew in the watch list last night. It broke that 2, pulled back under 2, and absolutely rocketed to that 220 target and then that 250 target, and actually ended up hitting 3. But it hit all of the targets from the watch list for a 25% gain, and that was literally perfect. Check out this drawing, and please compare it to this chart. Please compare it to this chart. It is absolutely insane, and I love to see it. So those were the plays from the watch list. Absolutely on fire with the watch list lately. Last night it was on fire. The day before that was on fire. It's been on fire for weeks now. It's actually, I don't know why anybody would not want to use this watch list because it is proven day in and day out. So moving on from that, we had our scalp alerts, and we only had a few today. We had UBX that we started the day with, and that was a great green trade as well. And that was my favorite gapper in the pre-market. It had news this morning, and we had a nice little gap and go setup on it this morning into market open. And you see, I alerted that I took some 360, risking 350 for a move to 380, and that was around 9 o'clock a.m. So that was right around here on this pullback. I said I was entering the 360 right here for a move to 380. And what did we get? We were risking this 350, by the way, never hit risk. And we got that move back up to 375 market open, scaled nicely, as you can see. And that was a nice trade. Scaling as we move up, as you can see, always scaling and raising those stops to our entry. So these green trades stay green, and we're just consistently executing properly in these trades and keeping these small base hits running. So HYFM, actually SoFi, we took a loss on that, about a 1% loss on SoFi. And then we ended up making about 2% on it. So that ended up being a green trade for us today overall. So you see, initially I saw it come back and reclaim the 615 level. So I took some up here around the 623, risking the 615 to see if we could form some higher lows and cut back up. But we never did. And we actually took a 1% loss there, as you can see. Took my first loss of the day, 623 to 615. And then we went on to trade it again whenever it reclaimed and broke this downtrend right here. And we played it again from right here, 623, and we actually got to move over 630 where I scaled out right here, as you can see. Half out 630s with stops at entry for the last half. And that was another fantastic execution trade as well for about a 2% gain. So we made back the loss on it and then some. And then moving on from that, we had HYFM, another really, really small base hit, but a nice trade regardless. And you see we entered on this pullback right here around 280s. So we got around 283 right here, and we got to move over 290s to 295 3 times actually for a really solid base hit for about a 3% gain. So small gains there, but we did have some massive bankers on the daily watch list, and you'll see right here for my morning recap, a 25% win on SONN, 11% win on ATNM, 1% loss on SoFi, 8% win on ACOR, 2% win on TLRY, 2% win on HYFM, and a 5% win on UBX. Massive, massive day. And I say you guys are literally banking out there. We have some nice testimonials rocking today. You guys banking today. The watch list preparation has been on absolute fire. And if you guys are not a member, I highly suggest investing in your education. We have a daily watch list discussion where I talk about exactly what I like each night. And we all plan these watch lists together every single night, and you can see they're very in depth. And I literally tell you guys exactly what I like, what I see, why I don't like something. It's a great time to practice your charting skills, to practice your preparation skills. And if you need help in the market, this is literally the place to be as far as real small cap trading goes. There's no BS, no gambling, anything like that. Just a real educational approach, and I definitely suggest checking it out. We have a free trial going on right now, so if you are interested in checking that out, definitely be sure to do so. And I hope to see you guys here. We've had fantastic days now for a long time. So, these compounded gains, base hits are not the most exciting thing in the market, obviously. But, real trading is boring, and that's the fact of it. And just to bring this up again, consistency is king, and even a 5% goal weekly is enough to bring a $10,000 account to over $52,000 in a matter of 35 weeks compounded. Now, that is a massive gain. That is a massive return on only 5%, but that is what consistency in the market does. And compounding interest is an absolute wizard. And it's definitely something you guys, I think, should study up into. So if you guys do need help, again, click the link down in my description below. Sign up for the free trial. Join the family today. Come meet some new people, meet some new trading friends, and I'll see you there.